Hey there, it's Jane Harrington here, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And we are going to put together our paper pumpkin box. This is a kit in color, May 2020. We are going to put this together today. So this is what the box looks like. You'll notice it is in some pretty colors. And some of these are the new paper or the new in color colors for 2020 to 2022. So this is really exciting because these are brand new colors and we'll have them for 2 years. So this kit is really special and it did sell out. If you were lucky enough to get in on the action ahead of time before they sold out, then you got a kit. If not, you better hurry next time because next month might sell out too. Let me show you real quick. This is what was inside. It says, "Don't miss Sarah's box of sunshine." So, you know, everybody is sending these beautiful care packages right now that, you know, kind of as a pick-me-up. Nice way to say I care about you and I want you to smile a bit. So this is perfect timing that it's kind of in yellow shades and they're really meant to make people smile. So that will be June's box. You have to subscribe before June 10th and I really would advise subscribing early because you don't want to miss out what happened with this paper pumpkin in May. It sold out so fast and I don't think people expected that. So when you open your box, this is what is inside, your instructions here. So you'll see there are 3 different designs that they give us. Now, there are many ways, many alternatives. We are going to focus in this video on these 3 designs to give you the basic design. If you want to change it up, that's awesome. Everybody loves to put their own touch on things. This is just a guideline. So let's start out with this card over here. The first thing you're going to need is you need a block. So get out your D block. This is mine. I don't often use the paper pumpkin one that came with it because this is it's a little bit thicker D block. You'll need your block. You will need your Misty Moonlight Stampin' Spot. And of course you'll need the stamp set that came in your kit. And these are the pieces you're going to need. Cut a piece of this twine here in about 14 inches and go ahead and make a bow, okay? You can pause the video if you need to do that. So this is the simplest card. Oh, one thing I want to mention too, your Stampin' Pierce mat. You know, you might want to grab a Stampin' Pierce mat, and if you don't have one, they're $5. When you have photopolymer stamps, which are the clear stamps, they don't always give you a perfect image unless you have a softer surface, something a little soft and spongy but firm at the same time. It's the way the material is designed. Now, you don't really need this for a red rubber stamp, but all the paper pumpkin stamps are photopolymer. So, to give you the best image possible, you'll want to get a Stampin' Pierce mat. Now this one is, whoops, I got it upside down. Here it is. I've kind of had it in something and it puts some marks in it. It's no problem. I just flipped it over. These are $5. They were planning to retire these, but so many people, I guess, wrote in and said, no, we need them, that they realized that they can't get rid of this. So they've decided not to retire these. They won't be in the catalog, but you can still order these. I recommend it, especially if you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin. It's only $5, but I guarantee it will give you the best image possible when you stamp. So, I told you about the 14-inch piece of twine, and if you don't know what 14 inches is, just open up your instructions. Here at the bottom, it has a ruler for you, so you can just measure out 14 inches. Make yourself a little bow. You also need this piece right here. You need this punch out right here, this punch out here, this little tag, and you'll want to grab these little dudes. These are Puffy Stickers. Aren't they cute? I love Puffy Stickers. It reminds me of when I was a kid. We used to love our Puffy Stickers. So let's see. The envelope that goes with this one is the orange on the inside. And if you didn't notice, all of the colors here, I think I mentioned that they're all in the new in color colors. You can't even get the Misty Moonlight regular ink pad until June 3rd. So this is really special. We get to play with our new colors early. So this is the simplest card of all. And in this, we are going to pull out our Stampin' Dimensionals out of this little bag here. Okay, now you can pull out your little mini glue dots. These are the adhesives they put in there. Personally, I prefer to use either glue or a tape runner. In this case, I'm going to use the mono adhesive just because it's a little faster. It doesn't take as long to dry. So put this aside. We don't need this yet. The first thing that we need is we need to stamp our image on this bumblebee colored tag. So the image we need says, "Oh Happy Day." So you want to grab your stamp, "Oh Happy Day," and I put it on my D block. So we're going to ink it up like so. Now if you find that the ink is not adhering to the stamp, there's a few things you can do. It only happens when you first get them. I kind of used my finger to dab over it, and it fixed it. You can also use a Versamark pad and just ink it up with a Versamark, and then ink your ink onto it. That's just one little tip. I did not have trouble with this, but some people have reported that they did. So let's see if I can center this so you can see. I'm going to stamp my image right like so. I press down with a moderate amount of pressure, lift up, perfectly inked image, you see? And part of that is because I used this mat. Now I could do this on my regular table. It just might not give you the perfect image that you're going for. So I want to clean my stamp next. I always clean my stamps immediately. Now you can see my Simply Chamois is very well loved because I use it all the time. So I'm just wipe it off. Oops. There we go. And it's ready to go. So I'll move my chamois aside, and I'm going to take this stamp off. I'm going to put it right back onto my thing, and it's ready to go for next time or with another color. So set that aside. We're going to bring our card back. You'll notice that it's pre-folded, or pre-scored, I mean. So we're going to fold on the score line. So just fold it in half on the score line. You notice it kind of sticks up a bit. This is just a little tip. I like to grab a bone folder and just kind of rub it over the end. You can use your fingernail if you want to, and see now it stays down, it's a lot flatter. So there we go. Super simple card. This part is going to go on first. And I'm just going to take my adhesive. You can either use the glue dots that came with your kit, or you can use your glue or your runner, whatever your heart desires. So I put the adhesive on the back, and I'm going to line up, make sure that the card opens the right way. I'm going to line it up about the center, press down, ready to go on. The next part is I need to adhere my my banner. So this is where I want to grab my Stampin' Dimensionals. They put dimensionals in most paper pumpkin kits, and that makes me so happy because I'm not kidding, I use dimensionals on pretty much every project I ever do. So I'm just lining up, whoops, my banner like so. I press it down, and there, now see, it gives you a little bit of dimension. You might want to put a dimensional in the middle there, so it doesn't bow when you press it. But okay, so go ahead, grab one of these little what do you do? The glue dots. Okay, I'm just sticking one in the corner here because this is going to adhere my bow. Now this bow is kind of big. You might want to make it a little smaller, and then you could trim the bottoms if you want to, whatever. Okay, so simple as that. That's the simplest card in the world. It's very fast and easy. The last thing though is we've got to get our little Puffy stickers. Don't you love these Puffy stickers? The only thing that would be better is scented stickers. Do you remember those? Those scented ones when you were a kid? Oh my gosh. So I'm just going to stick these cute little Puffy stickers around. 3 is a good number because, we'd like to go with odd numbers. It's a kind of a good rule of thumb. So I put 3 little puffy stickers around, and there, bam, that card is done. So simple, so fast. And then I can just get my envelope, and there we go. There's a cute little card. So let's put that one aside. That one is so easy and fast. Okay, the next one, these are the pieces you're going to need for it. So this is the envelope that goes with it. So I'll fold that ahead of time and put it aside. Now, the pieces you'll need for the card itself are this card back here. You need this piece here. It's a die cut and it just pops right out, because that's going to be your focal point there. In fact, just to be quick, I'm going to go ahead and bam, adhere this down, because that's one less thing to do in a minute. So again, grab whatever adhesive you're using and line it up centrally. I'm eyeballing it, and bam, there. And you know what? I forgot to fold the card. So there we go. Again, you can use your bone folder if you want that down. There you go. Or a fingernail, or a soft popsicle stick, or a soft roller. You don't want anything that's going to cut your paper, but there you go. That's better. So that's on. Super easy. The next thing is they've given us some vellum. You see the pretty vellum? It's paper, but it kind of, you can see through it. You see? Beautiful. So we are going to adhere our vellum on, and the best thing to do is put your adhesive where your image is going to go. So this is going to go here, and we're going to stamp our sentiment right here. So I'm just going to kind of line this up where I want it. So I know that if I put my adhesive right here, it's going to be covered up by the sentiment. So I'm going to stick that right about like so. I'm just rubbing that down. And you see how you can see through it? You can use the glue dots. They don't show up as much, but there we go. So see, it's on there. It's not going to go anywhere. Next, go ahead and cut another 14 inches of twine and make your bow. Again, this one's a little big. I might shrink it down just slightly and then trim it, but you know, whatever you fancy. So again, simple, easy. We're going to stamp our sentiment. So I get my thing again, and this sentiment is going to say, "You're amazing." So again, I'm going to ink up my stamp. I like to ink them upside down so I can see. Okay, yeah, looks good. That is inked. Beauteous. And now I'm going to, here, let me see if I can, my camera's kind of in my way. There we go. I'm going to press it down, moderate amount of pressure, lift up, and there we go. Beautiful, beautiful stamped image. And again, really quick, just clean my stamp off. Perfect, good to go. Move that aside, and I'll take my stamp off and put it back on to the card there. Excellent. Now, here we go. I think I'm going to, again, use my dimensionals. So, again, the dimensionals just give it some pop, make it stick up a little bit. I'm going to put like 3 on here, alternating them. You might want to do more than that. It's up to you. So I peeled the backing off, and now they're adhesive. I'm going to stick this right like so. Pop it down. Bam. Perfect. You see that? Beautiful. The last thing, again, I'm going to take one of my I keep forgetting the names of these things, glue dots, the little glue dots, adhesives that come with it. And there's a few different ways you can put it on. I'm probably not doing it the best way, but I'm just doing it. So there we go. So now my embellishment, my ribbon is on there, and you can trim this if you want to. The final thing, again, simple, super duper simple. We are going to grab our puffy stickers. I'm going to stick like one right here, and stick one down here, and I'll do one of these colors, maybe, well, in the picture they did it here, so I'll just put it right there. There we go. All right, so that's the second one. You see how easy that was? Super duper easy. Grab your envelope, and there you're good to go. Another one down. Fast, simple. That's what I love about Paper Pumpkin. They make this so easy to do cards. All right, the last one is this one right here. You see it there? So these are the pieces you need. Here's the envelope that goes with it. I'm gonna go ahead and fold it down for later. You need this card with kind of the rainbow stripes on it. You need this rectangle of vellum. One more 14-inch piece of twine that you turn into a ribbon. And you need these three clouds. Aren't they cute? I love it. Now, the first thing is we need to, of course, fold our card. And one last time with the bone folder right over it. There we go. Now we're going to take this piece of vellum. This is going to be the backdrop. We're going to put this in. And you'll notice in the picture, now if you ever have a question, you can always open up and the directions are in here. But these are pretty self-explanatory. So I'm going to adhere my vellum kind of in the middle there. And I think I am going to go ahead and use some glue dots in the corners, just because I want to make sure that it's adhered down properly. One way, if you find that your glue dot sticks to this sheet, if it clings, then you can always just press your embellishment or backing or whatever you need against it. So, there's a couple ways to do it. Some glue dots are more fussy than others. These are coming up pretty easy and sticking. So I don't know if you can see, because the embellishment or the adhesive is clear, but now I've got glue dots in all four corners. Can you see that? All right, so I'm just going to, again, line this up in about the middle, eyeball it, press it. Whoops, I messed up a bit. There we go. Press it down. All right, now the next thing is I need to stamp my image. So for this one, we're going to get this stamp that says, "Hey." And we're going to stick it on right there, like so. One last time stamping. And you can decide which you like going up. I'm probably going to go with it maybe that way. So that'll be my up. So let me ink my stamp. This is a really nice, thick, bold stamp. Can you see there? All inked nicely. All right, so this one, I'm just going to put the hay right about in there. It's okay to kind of angle it a bit. It doesn't have to be straight on. There we go. Beautiful. And one last time, just going to clean off my stamp, and it is ready to go for later. Now, one thing I might want to do, you can put them on this way. It's going to be just fine to do it this way. You'll notice that these two clouds, one is going to kind of go in the front like this, and one's kind of going to go in the back like so. They're awesome that way. That's the way that they've shown us how to do it. I'm going to show you a little cute technique. So let me grab one of my sponges here. Here we go. I'm going to grab one of my Stampin' Sponges. This one's already got some blue on it. So I'm going to take my ink pad here, and I'm just going to kind of ink up the end like this. And I'm going to kind of just add some color around the edge of the cloud. Can you see that? So I'm just kind of starting off the page, or off the embellishment, and just scooping upward, like sweeping my my Stampin' Sponge up. Now the Stampin' Sponges come round, but I cut mine into quarters. There we go. Isn't that cute? See, it adds a little pop of color and it makes it stand out more. So I'm going to do that with all three of my clouds. And if you get a little too much on one, that's fine, like I just did. It's just going to give it a little bit more color and dimension. And I'll try to speed this up a bit. There we go, there's one. Add a little bit more there. See, there's that. And the final tiny little cloud, little baby cloud. Just again, going off and just kind of scooping it up. You don't want to add too much color, just kind of giving it a little bit of sponging at the ends. You can go all the way around if you want. If you want to do that, that's awesome too. Okay, there we go. So, again, you don't have to do this. I like to see how it makes it pop a little more. So, one thing we want to do first, I want to layer these. I want to have these clouds to have some dimension. So this little one I'm going to put on first. And this one is, since it's further away, I'm going to adhere it down regularly with no, right about there, with no dimensionals. Okay, so this cloud, I'm going to go ahead. Now you can do this any way you want. You can adhere all of them down flat if you'd like to. You can do all of them with dimension if you'd like to. Whatever you want, but this is how I'm going to do it. So I'm adding dimension to this one. Again, it's your call as to how you do this. So I'm kind of angling this one like so. You see how that pops up, okay? Now, this one, I can adhere it up there and add dimension, or I can do it even further out by adding double dimensionals. So just for kicks, I'm going to do that because I haven't done that in a while. Let me show you how to do that. So I'm adding a dimensional there, and one over here. Now I'm peeling off the backs of the dimensionals. Okay, so they're sticky now. I could put it on just like that, but I want this to pop up even further. So look what I'm doing. I'm adding another dimensional there on top. One more here. And a final one over here, because watch what happens. Now it's double the height. Okay? And when I put this on right over here, it's going to pop up doubly. So we have 3 layers of cloud right here. Can you see that? Isn't that awesome? Yay! It's so cute. Now, finally, I need to add my last embellishments. So, let me grab my little glue dot here. I'm going to put this one over, right there on this cloud. I peel that off. Can you see that? I want to make sure I'm in screen there. And again, I can trim these later if I want to. The last thing is our Puffy Stickers. So I'm going to grab one of these Just Jade stickers. I'm going to put it down here. I'm going to take one of the magenta ones. Maybe go right over here with it. And then finally, Misty Moonlight. Maybe go right over there. And there we go. It is finished. Is that not adorable? So there again, we can trim the ribbon if we have to for the bow, but there's the card and the envelope. Aren't those cute? So there we have it. So simple and easy, and it actually is faster because I was just talking through all of it. It's faster than I even made it look. So whoops. So here you go. Here is May 2020's complete paper pumpkin. There are 3 cards of each design, and they are just precious. You know, I saw these. My other demonstrators actually got their kits last week, and you know, other customers. I actually got mine late this week or this month, but I was looking, and yes, they were adorable. But I tell you what, in person, they are so much cuter. You cannot beat this. So that's how you put them together, everyone. Go ahead and get cracking at it. Now, if you want to, you can hold off because I'm going to make another video showing you some alternative ways to use this kit. So you may not want to use all of your kit products because you might decide you want to do it an alternative way. So stay tuned for that video, and I hope everybody's doing well. Keep stamping, keep smiling, keep crafting, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.